Hello Year 9. Today is going to be about the periodic table and how it is changed over time. First thing that I need you to do is get your best periodic table here, make sure you've got it opened, and then go to today's work. Now, the information is on the PowerPoint, the periodic table PowerPoint, but if you want it on a separate file, on the starter, I've put the 4 periodic tables I'd like you to compare it to in a minute there. So get them both open. So let's have a look at your periodic table, this is the modern version. How is it organized? Okay, and why have we organized it like that? Remember, we labeled all of the ways that we organize it and what it means. Okay, I'll give you a hint. The atomic number means something, the group number means something, the period number means something, and that's how we've organized it. Okay, then compare it to these 4 periodic tables. So they're in order. So Dalton was the first one, then Dobringer, okay, then Newlands, and then Mendeleev. So do that, pause the video, have a little think, compare them all, have a little look, and then unpause when you're ready. Okay, hopefully you have done that, compared them, and hopefully you know the modern periodic table is arranged in order of atomic number. This one here, notice it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's ordered by proton number or atomic number. That is the first thing that you should always say. Okay, because if you look at any of these periodic tables, you'll notice they are not ordered by atomic number. They are ordered by weight. So WT stands for weight, atomic weight. Dobringer, he had its atomic mass, which is the same as atomic weight. So he was trying to order them in atomic mass, and he was trying to put them in triads so that the middle one was the average of all 3 of them. Newlands came along. Again, he did it by atomic weight, and he tried to put them in 8s. Okay, which is very similar to what our periodic table is. And Mendeleev came along, he did the same thing, but the thing that he did is every other person that made a periodic table assumed they knew everything at the time. Mendeleev had this, I don't know, brilliant idea that actually maybe we don't know everything right now. And if something is not fitting the certain pattern, maybe it is because we have no idea what it is yet. So what he did is he left little gaps. And this is what stood Mendeleev aside from every other person that was making periodic tables at the time, because people were arranging in order of mass, because that's the first thing he did. People were putting them in groups that reacted very similarly, but nobody was leaving gaps for stuff that they hadn't discovered yet. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this. So the modern periodic table, how is that organized? I'm going to say it again. Atomic number. It is an order of atomic number with the elements arranged in groups based on how many electrons they have in their outer shell. Now, the next thing I want you to do is watch this video. So you can either click play here, or you can click the YouTube link here. It'll take you to a crash course science video.
Hello.
This one. It's 10 minutes, 11 minutes long. It's very good. Instead of actually forcing you to read stuff and do work, I'll get you to watch this instead. Then you need to make sure you write this down somewhere. These are the important steps that Mendeleev took. So after you've watched that video, you will know this, but essentially he ordered the elements in order of atomic mass, is what everyone else did. He grouped them with similar properties together. A few people had done this before, but the one in bold is what he did differently, and what people call his genius. He predicted and left gaps for undiscovered elements. So he even managed to correctly predict the properties of certain elements, even though he'd never seen them before. And he even predicted them more accurately than the people that found the element measured them, because they measured them wrong. And he told them that because he was very arrogant, very confident in himself. What I'd like you to do then, after you've watched the video and you've written those three statements down, I'd like you to pick a bronze, silver, or gold question to do. Okay, here they are, and the answers are at the bottom. So I'd like you to do the bronze, silver, or gold. Then I'd like you to mark it, please. And after that, just a little bit of fun, create a social media page. It doesn't have to be a Facebook page. But if you can't be bothered to make a template, I have given you a Facebook template here, which is this. Okay, so create any social media page. It can be an Instagram page, it can be whatever you want, using these information sheets or using the internet. Okay, so you can, if you go on to, so if I typed in Mendeleev wiki. There we go, Dmitry Mendeleev Wikipedia. This has got everything that about him. You can, okay, everything completely. So you can pick information from here to make it if you want, and it's up to you for the research. And that is everything I'd like to do. So in recap, first thing you had to do is compare your periodic tables and how they've changed, comparing them to our modern periodic table. Then you had to watch a video, which will explain anything better than I can. Then you had to make sure you've got these written down somewhere, because these are the 3 important steps that Mendeleev took to make his periodic table. Then you're answering a question, and then you're making a very quick social media page for them.